Hi, this is Takashi from Jazz Lab Japan. Today, I just want to feature a couple of titles. As um, as this in the video title goes, this is a minor label with a minor titles, but the great session. And I just okay, I'll show you the titles I got recently. The first is this one. I don't know whether you know this. This is the Tommy Turrentine. Yes, the same title. The label is on time, and the other is on the same label, the time, yeah, but the album is this one. Yes, this is the Kenny Dorham, you know, Jazz Contemporary. Yeah, that's the title. Yes, these two titles on the time label. I don't know. I should say that time label is a kind of minor label in the U.S., right? But here in Japan, the time label has been very popular. Yeah, very popular here in Japan, and the some of the time titles I just got them when I started listening to jazz, back in the I don't know how many years, 38 years ago. Yeah, 38. Yeah, 38 or more years ago when I was at the university in Tokyo. Some of the my mentors, in jazz, recommended me to buy them. Like Sonic Clark Trio, yeah, the Buka Little, yeah. Anyway, there are many great titles on time, and those titles on time have been reissued many times here in Japan, mainly by the Teichiku Japan, because Teichiku is the one that got the license at that time in the 70s and the 80s. But with these, I don't know, with these titles, Tommy Turrentine and Kenny Dorham on the Jazz Contemporary, among the time, the titles, I think they are minor. They are minor. Yeah, but they are great. Look at this. Tommy Turrentine. The session is fantastic. The members, Tommy Turrentine, as you know, is a brother to the Stanley Turrentine, right? So Tommy Turrentine on trumpet, and Stanley, the brother, on tenor saxophone, and Julian Priester on trombone, Horace Parlan on piano, and Boswell on the bass, and Max Roach on the drums. How about that? The players are just fantastic. The legends, and the session here is just fantastic. Yes. And what about the Kenny Dorham, the jazz contemporary? Yeah, of course, the Kenny Dorham is not a minor. Jazz musician is popular among the jazz collectors here in Japan and outside Japan as well. But as I said, this title on time is not that popular. To compare to the other titles of Dorham, right? As a leader, Kenny Dorham on trumpet, Charles Davis on bass, and Steve Kuhn on piano, and Jimmy Garrison on bass, and Buddy Enlow on drums. How about that? Yeah, great jazz musicians, supporting the Kenny Dorham. Yeah, obviously the session is great. Yes, and these two titles I got, of course, are reissues. As I said, most of the time titles here in Japan were reissued by the Teichiku Japan, but with these two titles are by the Century Records. Yeah, Century Records, and the reissues. This series was released in the early 90s. Yes, early 90s, and somehow, I don't know, to compare to the Teichiku titles, the sound quality is very good. Yeah, the sound quality is very good, and I mean, the the sound is much clearer, I think, the way I listen to it. And also the dynamic range is very deep, the wide. And yeah, of course, Toyo Kasei is the one cutting and the pressing. So I think that's the reason why the sound quality improved with this time reissue series by the Century Records. So in case you don't know these titles, yeah, I think it's better for you to dig them. Such a great title, especially Tommy Turrentine. There aren't many Tommy Turrentine as a leader albums present. So this is one of them, and as I said, the great session. Of course, Kenny Dorham, the jazz contemporary, is a great album as well. Yes, that's it for today. I hope you like it. Lastly, I would say, just continue staying safe, healthy, and be connected with the music we love, jazz. Thank you for watching today, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.